Today's topic is about being more. The folks that end up changing the world, that have the greatest impact, which is one of the three objectives of the show, is to find more joy, growth, and impact in your life. The people that are able to achieve those three goals, but in particular greater impact, have consistently pushed themselves to be even more than their past experiences. So if you've ever felt stuck in your job, if you've ever felt unhappy for a long period of time, or you felt that you've been stuck in a relationship, it's probably because the progress stopped happening, right? You don't feel like you're progressing you're not advancing in your career. You're not seeing the results on the scale from your new workout regimen. You're not building that deeper level of intimacy with friends or with your significant other. So it's really important, I think, for people to feel progress and not feel stuck. So how do you get to that zone, right? Well, part of it is it's consistently trying to be a better human being, and that's something that, I think inadvertently my parents taught me when I was really young, is always try your best. Always, it doesn't matter the outcome if you tried your best, and if you really want it and you stay consistent, then, you can achieve anything, pretty much. You're not gonna, build a spaceship and fly to Pluto on your own, but, you could really work on that and be like Elon Musk and build a bunch of companies, around space exploration and whatnot. So, but yeah, if you've ever thought back to a time, or maybe you're living a time now where you don't feel like you're progressing, it does not feel all that inspiring. It doesn't feel great. And if you feel like you're just in this Groundhog Day where you get up, you do the same thing over and over again, it can be really disheartening. It can be overwhelming when you're like, how do I change this? So it's something that we deal with all the time. So the ideas that I have for you are the way that I've dealt with it in my life, because I've definitely had phases where I felt listless and aimless. You accomplish a big goal and you're like, now what? Or you kind of just go with the flow and you don't realize where you're at. And you look around one day and you're like, how did I get here in this career, in this life, in this place? And what do I do to get out of it, So I have 4 ideas for you on a Friday here on the live show. The first is to just be more kind. I feel that when you get comfortable and you're not pushing yourself in the different areas of your life, part of it is you're just not engaged in what's going on. And so by showing acts of kindness, you're actively looking to see how can I say something to make that person smile? How can I do something that's really cool for the community? How can I do something that's really going to make a difference for my teammates? And just by being that active, you're starting to engage again in your life. And that could be a huge turning point on its own. So if you feel stuck, just be more kind. The second thing is to be more grateful. If you're consistently just not connected with your life, or you don't feel that emotional connection to all the amazing things that are going around for you, part of it is just being grateful for what you have. You have family, hopefully, that's healthy. You have friends that are hopefully healthy. Hopefully you have a career that's fulfilling, or at the very least is providing the basic needs for you, your family, and the people close around you. And there's a lot of things to be grateful about. There's a lot of things to be upset and frustrated about. But at the end of the day, frustration is not sustainable. It turns into despair really quickly. And so when you're starting to feel consistent outrage, consistent anger, take a step back and try to be more grateful for the things around you. And it could be, the fact that you have a dog or a cat or, something simple like that. But the act of practicing that and just being grateful for what you have and what's around you can be hugely transformative for you. The third thing when you need to, you want to be a better human being is to try to inspire and be more inspiring. So, and that just doesn't have to be like a huge thing, like you go and like wrestle a bear without any, just by yourself with your bare hands. No pun intended. But, find your unique, authentic voice and just encourage people, right? I feel like if you take a look, a lot of relationships don't have a lot of emotion in them. People aren't like super happy to see you. It's just kind of like, hey, what's going on? And that's fine and all, but that human experience of feeling something, and that human experience of encouraging someone to follow their dreams, to do better for themselves and their family and all that, is something I don't see a lot of out in the world, quite frankly. So how can you be more inspiring? How can you encourage people more? And it could just be having more conversations with the people around you about what they're going after, what they hope for in the future, what they really aspire to as their best selves. So I've found the more that you're able to do that, you build relationships more. You get to figure out what people are all about and cheer them on. And it goes back to then being kind and being grateful. I think people around us are way more amazing than we let on sometimes. And to acknowledge that is just really good for yourself. It's like, oh, I know some really awesome folks. So, okay. So we have be kind, be more grateful, be more inspiring. And then the last one is to just be more hungry. And what do I mean by that? Like, it's you need to want to be a better human. You need to want to provide more for your family and to really get into the best shape that you possibly can. And it's that hunger for progress, for challenge, for reaching that next level that I think we find our way out of a lot of what's going on right now and into a future that's more stable, more positive, more helpful for everyone around us. And that starts with you. And it starts with me. And it starts with everyone who will listen, quite frankly. So, but go out there and chase your dreams. If you're not happy in your career, like, take the time to reflect, to say, how do I either make this something more worthy of my effort, or how do I make the change to get into a spot where I'm contributing in the way that I really want to? And that's different for everyone. I don't have like a magic wand or paintbrush to help you define it, but I can say that reflection time to figure that out is worth more than its weight in gold. And it really doesn't weigh too much. So that's probably not a good metaphor, but because you're just writing in a journal. But it's super valuable to know what you're chasing, right? And to keep that in mind too. It's one thing to say, yeah, I'm doing this, but it's another thing to emotionally connect to it. It's another thing to be talking to it and inspiring other people, being thankful that you have something that you're striving for, and to be kind to yourself when it's not going as quick as you might want or in the way that you might want. So just to kind of tie it all up. So I hope you like this video. I hope you have that hunger and you want more in your life, more things that you deserve. You deserve good things. You deserve progress. You deserve to feel like you're doing something that matters. So go out there, guys. Have more joy, more personal growth, and more impact in your communities. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care.